The alarm echoed through the quiet corridors of the human colony station on Ares 9. Lights flickered as the massive huge hole shuddered from the latest impact. In the middle of the chaos, Alex Mercer sat at his desk, trying to patch together some old navigation software. He was just a technician, not a soldier. And yet somehow, he always ended up in the middle of battles that didn't feel meant for someone like him. The door to his quarters slammed open with a force that shook the walls. In strode Lieutenant Kara Thorne, the colony's top strategist and fiercest fighter. Sparks flew from her battle armor, which was riddled with scorch marks and dents from the skirmish outside. Without a word, she yanked the damaged plates off, letting them clatter to the floor. Alex blinked. He had seen Kara in combat, commanding squads and surviving battles that would have killed a dozen ordinary humans. But seeing her like this, so exhausted yet unyielding, made him realize how human resilience could reach extremes he had never imagined. Alex, Kara said, her voice sharp but carrying a weight of urgency. I need you to follow my orders. Now. He opened his mouth, but she cut him off. No arguments. Lives are at stake. He nodded slowly. Okay, what do you need me to do? Her eyes darted to the main screen in his quarters. We have an energy pulse, destabilizing the shield network. If it reaches the core, the station will collapse. I need you to override the primary relay and redirect the power flow. Can you do that? Alex hesitated. He had patched minor systems before, but he had never handled a main relay during a full-scale attack. Yet the determination in her eyes left no room for refusal. I'll try, he said. Kara moved closer, her armor now set aside on the floor like fallen metal soldiers. She was breathing heavily, her body tense. Yet there was a fire in her that Alex could not ignore. This wasn't just a woman in armor. This was a human being shaped by endless battles, someone who had survived everything the galaxy could throw at her. Listen carefully, she said, pointing to the console. You have exactly 3 minutes to bypass the safety lock. Any mistake, and the energy pulse will overload the system. You need to be precise. Alex swallowed. His hands trembled slightly as he reached for the controls. He had always admired Kara from afar, but now, watching her stand beside him in a moment of sheer vulnerability and strength, he realized just how much depended on him as he worked. Kara stood behind him, giving instructions, correcting minor errors, and providing the confidence he needed to navigate the complex system. Every so often, she leaned over his shoulder, her presence calm yet commanding, like a force of nature guiding him through the storm. Good, she said. Now increase the voltage in Sector 6, and don't let it spike over 20%. Alex did as she instructed, sweating under the pressure. Sparks flew from the panel, and warning alarms screamed around them. Yet, despite the chaos, Kara remained steady. She didn't panic. She didn't flinch. She simply guided him, step by step, until finally the system hummed with stabilized energy. The relief was immediate. The alarms ceased, and the lights returned to a steady glow. The station's shields had held. Alex leaned back, exhausted and exhilarated. You did it, Kara said, her usual tough demeanor softening for a moment. I knew you could. He looked at her, realizing something that he hadn't acknowledged before. Humans could be more than just soldiers or technicians. They could rise to greatness when the stakes were highest. Kara was living proof of that. Suddenly, the communication panel blared. An urgent message from the command center interrupted the brief moment of calm. Lieutenant Thorne, we've detected a breach in Sector 9. Hostile life forms are attempting to infiltrate the colony. You must evacuate civilians immediately. Kara's eyes narrowed. Alex, we're not done. I need you to coordinate the evacuation. You'll guide civilians to the safe zones while I handle the intruders. He nodded, adrenaline replacing his earlier fatigue. Understood. The two of them moved through the corridors like a well-practiced team. Kara led the way, assessing threats, issuing commands, and ensuring everyone remained calm. Alex directed the civilians, helping them navigate the labyrinthine station while avoiding damaged areas and fire hazards. Despite the danger, there was a sense of unity. Humans, when pushed to the edge, could display extraordinary courage and intelligence. Every time Alex helped someone escape, he realized that the galaxy wasn't just full of threats, it was full of potential, of humans capable of greatness when faced with impossible odds. In one of the lower decks, a group of engineers was trapped behind a collapsed bulkhead. Alex and Kara arrived just in time. Using his technical skills and her physical strength, they cleared the debris and guided the engineers to safety. The moment was tense, exhausting, yet undeniably heroic. As they reached the upper decks, a massive shadow loomed over the station. An alien warship had descended, weapons charged, its intentions clear. The station's automated turrets fired, but it was evident that the warship was far superior in technology. Kara's expression hardened. "We need a plan," she said, turning to Alex. "We can't hold them off with guns alone. I need you to hack their targeting system. If you can blind them even for a few minutes, we can evacuate everyone safely." Nodded. He understood the gravity of the task. It was more than just survival now. It was a test of human ingenuity and courage against a vastly superior enemy, working together. Kara provided cover while Alex interfaced with the alien warship's network. His mind raced as he bypassed multiple layers of security. Every second counted. Every mistake could cost lives. Finally, with a surge of triumph, he disrupted the enemy's targeting system. The warship's weapons misfired, and its shields faltered. Kara seized the moment, rallying the remaining defenders to push back. The humans fought with unmatched bravery, using strategy, intelligence, and teamwork to create openings in the alien formation. For a moment it seemed impossible, yet the tide of battle turned. Alex, seeing the results of his actions, felt a deep sense of pride, not because he had done something extraordinary alone, but because humans, together, could achieve greatness even against impossible odds. After hours of relentless combat, the alien warship retreated, damaged, and unable to continue its assault. The station was battered but intact. Survivors emerged from the shadows, exhausted but alive, and they looked at each other with a renewed sense of humanity's potential. Kara turned to Alex, still catching her breath. "You did well," she said. "I wouldn't have asked anyone else." Alex looked around at the battered station, the exhausted civilians, and the human soldiers who had stood their ground. He realized, more than ever, that humans were capable of remarkable courage, intelligence, and resilience. Even in the cold void of space, facing enemies beyond imagination, they could rise to the occasion. For the first time, Alex felt the full weight and power of being human. It wasn't just about surviving or following orders. It was about thinking, acting, and growing in ways no alien species could anticipate. Kara's presence had shown him that leadership, bravery, and teamwork could combine to create something extraordinary. As they stood together amid the wreckage, Alex understood that the galaxy wasn't just a place of threats. It was a canvas for human ingenuity and determination. And no matter how dire the situation, humans could always find a way to prevail. Kara glanced at him, her eyes fierce yet full of respect. "Rest if you can. The next challenge is always waiting." Alex nodded. He knew she was right. Humanity had survived this battle, but the galaxy was vast, full of dangers and wonders alike. And together, humans like him and Kara would face whatever came next, not just as survivors, but as heroes. For the first time, Alex didn't feel like a mere technician in the shadows. He felt like a part of something greater, testament to human strength, courage, and brilliance. And he knew that no matter what the galaxy threw at them, humans would continue to rise. The station was quiet now, but Alex knew it was only a temporary peace. Kara moved through the corridors with her usual precision, checking on the remaining civilians and assessing the structural damage. Despite the exhaustion written on her face, she carried herself with unwavering determination. Every step she took reminded Alex of the extraordinary resilience humans could have. Even when the odds were stacked impossibly high, Alex followed her closely, carrying repair kits and data tablets. He had spent the last few hours helping with minor fixes, but the real challenge lay ahead. The energy pulse that had threatened the station before was only one of many dangers. The alien warship had retreated for now, but it would likely return. And this time, it would come prepared. Alex, Kara said, her voice firm yet calm. We need to prepare the station for another strike. We don't have time to rebuild everything, but we can reinforce critical systems and create emergency contingencies. Can you handle the engineering plans? He nodded, feeling a mixture of exhaustion and adrenaline. Yes, I'll do it. Kara pointed toward the central control hub. You'll need access to the main schematics. I'll gather the defense teams and coordinate patrols. We have less than 2 hours before the enemy could return. Alex moved to the control hub, entering the complex network of the station's schematics. He had worked with the station's systems before, but this was different. The repairs had to be precise. Any mistake could cause a chain reaction that might cripple the station entirely as he analyzed the damage. Kara returned accompanied by several soldiers. Their uniforms were scratched, and their expressions were tense. But their eyes held a determination that reminded Alex of why humans could survive against such odds. Kara's leadership inspired them, and even in the face of alien threats, they acted with intelligence, courage, and precision. Here's what we'll do, Kara said, pointing at a holographic map of the station. We reinforce the main shields here and here. She indicated the most vulnerable points. Create energy dampeners along the corridors. The civilians will stay in secure zones, and our patrol teams will monitor for breaches. We need to anticipate every possible attack vector. Alex nodded, typing commands into the terminal. The main shields will require precise calibration. I'll need to reroute energy from non-essential systems temporarily. Kara's eyes scanned the schematics, her mind working faster than most humans could manage under normal circumstances. Do it. And Alex, don't forget we only have one chance to get this right. Lives depend on it. Hours passed as Alex worked on the systems, carefully rerouting energy, calibrating the shields, and creating redundancies. Kara moved between teams, offering guidance, reassurance, and tactical insights. Every so often she would check on Alex, leaning over his shoulder. Her presence, both a comfort and a reminder of the stakes. By the time the shields were fully operational, the station had become a fortress. It wasn't perfect, but it was the best humans could do with the resources available. Kara stepped back and surveyed the results, a proud yet determined expression on her face. Good work, Alex, she said. The station is ready. But remember, readiness is only part of the battle. We need to stay alert. Alex felt a surge of pride. He had always considered himself just a technician, someone who followed orders. But now he realized that humans could rise to greatness when necessity demanded it. Kara had shown him that leadership, courage, and ingenuity could combine to create results far beyond what any single person could achieve. Suddenly, the station's alarms blared again. Alex's heart raced, but Kara remained calm. Another approach vector detected. This time, they're coming from the lower docking bays. Without hesitation, Kara led the patrol teams toward the docking bays. Alex followed, carrying portable shields and repair tools. The corridors were tense, every shadow a potential threat, every noise a signal of possible danger. As they entered the docking bays, they saw the alien craft attempting to dock forcibly. Its energy claws reached toward the station's hull, attempting to breach the defenses. Kara's soldiers opened fire, but the alien's shields were formidable. Alex moved to a control panel, scanning the docking interface. I can override their docking clamps, but it will require a direct connection. I'll need cover. Kara nodded. You have it? Move quickly. Sprinted toward the docking controls, dodging falling debris and alien energy blasts. Kara and her team provided cover, their actions precise and coordinated. Every soldier, every decision, every move showed how humans could act with extraordinary intelligence and courage in the face of impossible odds. Alex reached the docking controls and began interfacing with the alien systems. Sparks flew from the damaged interface, and alarms screamed in protest. But he persisted, guided by Kara's steady presence and the knowledge that countless lives depended on his success. Minutes felt like hours, but finally, the alien docking clamps disengaged. The ship floated free, unable to breach the station's defenses. Kara and her team cheered silently, their expressions a mix of relief and determination. Kara approached Alex, her armor now replaced with tactical fatigues. "You did it, Alex. Humanity's brilliance shows in moments like this. Even against a technologically superior enemy, our courage and ingenuity prevail." Alex smiled, exhausted but exhilarated. "I couldn't have done it without your guidance. You inspire people to rise above their limits." Kara nodded. "That's what being human is about. Survival's only part of it. Growth, courage, and resilience, those are the traits that define us. Even in the void of space, we rise. Even against enemies beyond imagination, we prevail." The station was safe for now. The alien warship had retreated, but the battle had shown something important. Humans were not ordinary. They were capable of extraordinary feats when pushed to the edge. Leadership, intelligence, courage, and teamwork allowed them to survive and thrive where others might fail. Over the next few days, Alex and Kara worked to repair the station fully. They helped survivors, organized patrols, and prepared for potential future attacks. Every step they took, every decision they made, reinforced the idea that humans were adaptable, resourceful, and resilient. Through it all, Alex felt a new sense of purpose. He was no longer just a technician or a bystander. He was part of something larger, a testament to human potential, ingenuity, and courage. Kara had shown him that ordinary humans could perform extraordinary acts when circumstances demanded it. One evening, for the station had been stabilized and the immediate threat had passed, Kara and Alex stood on the observation deck, looking out at the vastness of space. Stars glittered like distant diamonds, and the remnants of the alien ship drifted far away. Alex turned to Kara. "Do you think they'll return?" She shrugged, but her expression was calm and confident. "Perhaps. But if they do, we'll be ready. Humanity has a way of rising to challenges, Alex. We adapt, we endure, and we fight. That's what makes us different." He nodded, feeling a deep sense of pride. He had witnessed humanity at its best, brave, intelligent, and unyielding. And he knew that no matter what the galaxy threw at them, humans would continue to rise. For the first time, Alex truly understood the meaning of human strength. It wasn't about weapons, armor, or technology alone. It was about courage, intelligence, leadership, and the ability to rise above fear and uncertainty. Kara embodied all of it, but she was not alone. Every person who had stood their ground faced danger. Acted with purpose was a part of that legacy. As the stars twinkled outside the observation deck, Alex felt a renewed sense of hope. Humanity had survived impossible odds, faced enemies beyond comprehension, and emerged victorious. And he knew that this was only the beginning. The galaxy was vast, full of threats and wonders alike. And humans, with their ingenuity, courage, and unyielding spirit, were ready for whatever came next. Kara looked at Alex, her eyes reflecting the distant stars. "Rest now. Tomorrow, we continue. Humanity never stops. We never yield, and we always rise." Alex smiled. He realized she was right. Humans were more than survivors. They were thinkers, innovators, leaders, and warriors. Together, they could face any challenge the universe had to offer. The station was alive with energy, purpose, and determination. Every corner, every hallway, every person present was proof of human potential. Alex felt it in his bones, the unshakable truth that humanity could endure, adapt, and rise to greatness no matter the odds. And as he looked at Kara, he understood that this was what made humans extraordinary. Not just the ability to fight, but the ability to inspire, to lead, and to achieve greatness together. The galaxy was waiting, and humanity was ready.